Life is just a movie, and I'm just playing my part. But it's a lot of actors, you know. There's a lot of writers, there's a lot of directors, there's a lot of stand-ins. I'm just one person. I'm just like a grain of sand, bro. Seriously. That's the way it works, and I'm just so honored to be a part of that. I don't want you to think I'm the catalyst.
Hi, Pharrell.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm grateful.
Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Grateful, that's something that I would like to talk about you, because last time I'm watching your interview and all your statements, you look grateful and thankful.
Yeah.
These are the two words that define you. What makes you so thankful?
Self-awareness.
Yeah?
You know, recognizing the gift that it is to be alive, the gift to be able to do what I love to do every day, the gift to be able to take care of my family, the gift to be able to serve, all those things. I'm grateful for all of that.
When you were like starting, when you knew nobody in this industry, when you were just believing in yourself, what is the thing that most helped you?
Well, God. But if you ask me in the very beginning, it was me. That was hubris. I thought I was selling all those records. I thought I was responsible for all of my success, when really my success is, as is anyone else's, hopefully they realize it, our success is defined by all the people who help you, all the people around you, all of the factors. You know, in the equation, there's an equation for success, and you're only one, you know, you yourself are only one part of it. There's a constellation of like many contributors to my success.
Did some seconds or some minutes help you to take the good decision who could change your life? Just to say yes or no, or to do something can change everything.
When I turned 40, I understood that it wasn't me. And I realized, because like, there's like a series of a couple of songs that I was not really my idea to do. I was asked to do something, and then that gave me the idea. So I didn't wake up one morning and say, oh, I'm gonna make a song about an emotion. You know, that was like required of for a film. And what they asked me to do led me down this 9 to 10 song rabbit hole of trying to figure out what it needed to be, and it became something else. And then so when that became like the phenomenon that it became, that's when I was humbled, because I was like, oh man, this is not like any of my other success. Because I would say, oh, we're gonna do this, and it would work or not work, right? And then when it worked, you're like the man. When it doesn't work, it's like, oh, let's try again. This was something that it was not my idea to go and make a song like this. It was something that I was asked to do. Those are the things that humbled me, because I didn't plan it. And when you don't plan it, and it becomes bigger than anything that your ego had ever made before, then you stop beating your chest, and you start putting your hands together and saying thank you, because you realize that this is so much bigger than you. So I was made to see that at 40. You know, Get Lucky. Happy, any of those songs. You know, I didn't see it. You know, so for me, I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. I get it. I'm literally just, you know, a molecule in a great body of existence, and some of which I have some control over, but a lot of it I don't. You know, I can't make it rain. You know what I mean? When you realize that, that's when you start really enjoying life, because like great things happen and you just know, wow, this is bigger than me. Life is just a movie, and I'm just playing my part. But it's a lot of actors, you know. There's a lot of writers, there's a lot of directors, There's a lot of stand-ins, you know. I'm just one person. I'm just like a grain of sand, bro. Seriously. That's the way it works, and I'm just so honored to be a part of that. But I don't want you to think I'm the catalyst. It's all those fans. They did that. They put that music there. They put these shoes there. They put everything. They essentially take care of my family. I have a non-binding agreement with my fans. They don't have to buy anything, but if I make something that they like, they will, and they'll support it. And I think that continuous rapport that we've had has just been incredible to me and my family, and that's going back to your very first question about grateful and thankful. This is why. Because I work for a lot of people that, like, they never give up on me. When I make a mistake, they're right there. They're there to tell me why they don't like it, or they're there to tell me why it's good and I should keep going. Like, that's why I'm grateful, because I recognize what this is. I know it's not me.
Is there a limit in the way you work to creativity? You did music, you can work with brands, you can do a lot of stuff. You produce movies, documentaries. Is there a limit?
I think we are all naturally pluralist. I feel like a lot of times, like the media and the way they look at things, they put us in boxes. And so, you know, Allen Iverson was a great football player too, and he could play baseball. People don't know, but like we're pluralists, all of us. You know, you do more than one thing. You do more than this. You're passionate about a dozen other things and really good at it. It's just the way that the media put us, advertising really put us in boxes, because it's the only way it was the only way at the time for them to keep up metrics-wise of figuring out what people wanted to do, is just keep it in a box, you know? Okay, that'll drive the traffic there because this is what it is, but that's not what it is at all. You know, I mean, newsflash, black people have been watching Seinfeld forever, but that on paper, that's not what you think. And so I feel like what you're seeing in me, I've seen in people all along. It's just we were no longer willing to be compartmentalized, you know? And it's millions of us everywhere. This is what creative people do. They don't just all do one thing, you know? We're pluralist.
I see what you mean, because I did no school of journalism and I've launched a TV channel. I have a friend that you know, Jean Humbert, who grew up around to Paris.
That's our brother.
You launched a restaurant with him.
Yes.
JR, another brother, is now one of the greatest artists, and nobody could have write this before.
Yeah.
And how long does it take to you to see something into somebody? How do you recognize?
You know, because when they talk, there's a depth to their points. There's a that I can't really put into words, but we just know what it is. It's a feeling. You just know. You know, it's like when you talk to somebody and they just say one sentence and you know they're very wise. You just know, because there's a depth. It's like when you know, the still water's deep. You can sense that. I don't know. I can't really verbalize that, right? Because I'm talking in like sense modality terms, and people are like, well, what is he talking about? But there's just a depth that you recognize in people like that, and you just know. JR, like, you know, you have a conversation with him, and you know, and then you look at his work, and his work is like very signature to his point of view. You know, his work is really like, his work is really a byproduct of his personality and how he sees the world. And his work illustrates the poetry, you know, and the geometry between like the things that he considers to be important variables and whatever it is that he's talking about. His work effortlessly communicates that to anyone. You know what I'm saying? And so you just know instantly. Doesn't every once in a while you come across a person, you'll meet them and they're nothing like their work, But for the most part, I feel like artists are pretty much, we can't help but be who we are, good, bad, or indifferent.
If we should launch a school, what would be the first thing that you could teach to some kids?
Individuality. It's super important. You know, you want to learn fundamentals. I mean, you don't want to learn the rudiments, like you want to learn the rudimental things, but not to lose your individuality. That's important.
This show is called Clique.
Yeah.
What is your definition of a clique?
A group of people who share the same view and willing to ride or die for it.
Die for it.
Yeah. Really, they're like prepared to ride for it or die for it.
You play your life every time.
Yeah. I believe in what I believe in. I believe in humanity. It scares me sometimes. But I believe in humanity. And I believe in the universe. And I know God is the greatest. And I'm so glad I know that. That's part of my gratitude, that I know that much.
Thank you very much, Pharrell.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to our clique. Thank you very much.
Clique Sport, c'est toutes les semaines sur Clique TV, c'est votre nouveau rendez-vous où chaque semaine, on vous propose de vous raconter ou de vous faire découvrir une légende du sport.
Moi, j'ai plutôt vu ça comme, je sais pas, clic-clac, je sais pas.
Et nous voilà en compagnie de notre invité toute la semaine, Kobalade. Bienvenue, c'est ta première télé? Eh bah bienvenue, c'est chez nous, chez Clique. Clic-clac.
Moi, c'est la première interview que j'ai faite, c'est avec toi. On était avec mon groupe, je me rappelle encore de l'image, on était dans le studio, ils ont mis la lumière rouge, je sais pas pourquoi j'ai cette image-là, je me rappelle. Ouais.
T'es le premier à y répondre sur notre chaîne. C'est quoi ta définition d'une clique?
C'est un groupe de potes avec qui on restera pas toute la vie.
Pourquoi pas toute la vie?
Parce que sinon c'est une famille.
Je pense qu'on se rencontrera un seul jour. À bientôt, James, et bon courage.
Oh, that's incredible. That's sweet.
You know, it's just like you, he never talks.
Bienvenue pour la première de Parle-moi. Dans Parle-moi, on va parler littérature, mais pas de livre, puisqu'il paraît qu'aujourd'hui, on ne lit plus. Donc, à défaut d'un livre, on va parler d'une page.
Chaque semaine, on va recevoir des gens qu'on trouve inspirants, qui vont venir partager leur expérience sur un sujet qui touche tout le monde. Et la première qui arrive, c'est la confiance en soi. Et ça se voit, on est au top.
Que suis-je? Je suis chinois. J'ai des cheveux un peu bizarres. Je suis un peu chelou d'une façon générale, je suis chelou. Mais j'ai un talent de ouf. Je suis Bounaïmin et j'arrive sur Clique TV.
Salut, c'est Cut Killer et chaque semaine je vais vous présenter un album. Et cette semaine, Ready to Die de Notorious B.I.G. J'en fais bien.
Mouloud, c'est pour toi. Reportage spécial en direct de la Somalie avec Jérôme Jarre ici.
Là exactement, on est en direct de Cox's Bazar au Bangladesh, plus précisément dans le camp des Rohingyas, pour faire quelques jours en immersion à la rencontre de ces peuples.
Moi, j'avais un rêve et j'ai été jusqu'au bout de ce rêve et j'espère que vous aussi, vous aurez des rêves et vous irez jusqu'au bout.
Donc on touche ce bois là. Que t'as touché quand t'étais petit.
Ouais, j'ai touché.